Hi friends, I am Sushma from Happy Learning YouTube channel. Today friends will discuss a character from Train to Pakistan. This is a novel written by Khushwant Singh. It is a partition novel. The novel is based on the partition of India and Pakistan. It's a must-read novel. I'm very sure if you read this novel, you'll get goosebumps. Very beautiful novel, neatly portrayed by Khushwant Singh, and the language is also very easy. You can understand the language very well. Now, this character is Juggat Singh. In fact, he is the real hero of the novel. Now, this Juggat Singh, as I've told you, he's the main character. He's a dacoit, darodekora, and he's also a farmer. Whenever he is not doing any dacoity, he does farming. If he's not farming, he does dacoity. So he tells that his hands actually itch. Turike baratte. He has to do something. Otherwise, he just can't be lazy. He has to do something. Either farming or dacoiting. So this Juggat Singh is nicknamed as Jugga or Juggia. People call him as Jugga or Juggia. Now this Juggat Singh, he is 24 years old. And he is the tallest man in Manomajra. Manomajra is a village where the novel is set. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಮನೋಮಾಜ್ರ ಅಂತ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಮನೋಮಾಜ್ರ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಟೆಡ್ ನಿಯರ್ India-Pakistan border. Now this man, Juggat Singh, he is 6.4 feet height, 6 foot and 4 inches tall. And is so broad, he looks like a stud bull. Hori ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. So he's a very strong man, tall and is very strong. He looks like a bull. Now this Juggat Singh, he was the son of a dacoit. He is the son of a dacoit, of course. And his father's name was Alam Singh. And this Alam Singh, because of dacoity, he was hanged. So I think so in blood itself, this robbing and criminal activities has come to him. So what he says, as already we have discussed, his fingers itch. He has to do something, either farming or something, criminal activities, robbing or doing something. So now this Juggat Singh, he was arrested falsely for the murder of Lala Ramlal actually. It's Lala Ramlal. Now in this Manomajra, there is a villager who's a money lender. His name is Lala Ramlal. He is murdered and his house is looted. So what police think that he's a person behind the murder and the looting, so they arrest him. Actually, he has not done anything. Where was Juggat when this murder was taking place? He was with Nooran. Nooran is his lover. Now, what he does, what kind of relationship he has with the policeman? He's not angry with them. He thinks that they are not persons at all. Whatever they are doing, they are just doing out of duty. And what he does, he cracks vulgar jokes with them whenever they arrest him. So what he thinks, how much knowledge does he have about the government and things? So he thinks that India is freed from Britishers and now Mahatma Gandhi's government is ruling our country. So much knowledge he has. So it's not, he's illiterate, he lives in village, but he has one restriction. After evening or after sunset, he is not supposed to leave his house. And every day he has to report himself to the headman of the village or Lambardar. So this kind of a person is Juggat Singh. So I hope this is clear. He is the tallest man. He is called as the bull. He is a dacoit. He is a son of a dacoit and who was hanged. And he is a very active kind of a person. If he does not do anything, his hands will start itching. And he is truly in love with a girl called Nooran. So this was before partition. So Juggat is in love with Nooran. Now Nooran, who is this Nooran? Nooran is a Muslim girl. And she is the daughter of Imam Baksh. Imam Baksh, he is a mullah in mosque. So there's a mosque in Mano Majra. So he's the mullah there. And this Nuran is the daughter of Imam Baksh. Now, as I've already told you, because of his criminal activities, he's forbidden to leave the village after sunset. But what this man does, he goes to meet Nuran after sunset in the night on the banks of the river. So when they're meeting there, what happens in the village? In the village, Malli and gang, they're dacoits. So what do? They attack the house of Lala Ram Lal and they murder him and they rob their house. Okay, so when he comes back after the meeting, he sees that many people have assembled in his house because Juggat Singh is forbidden to leave the village after sunset. So what he does, seeing so many people in his house, he goes to the jungle and he spends 2 days there without food and water. Then how many days can he live without food and water? So what he does, he comes back to the village and to his house. So he eats nicely and he sleeps. So when he's sleeping, policemen, what they do, they falsely arrest him for killing Lala Ram Lal and robbing his house. So what he says, he cannot murder a man of his own village. That is what his belief system is. I want to murder, it's okay, I can murder, but I cannot murder a person from my own village. I have some ethics. And moreover, this Lala Ram Lal has helped him by giving him money. So why will he kill that kind of a person, he says, who has helped him, and moreover, he belongs to his own village. But still he is arrested. Now actually, who has killed Lala Ram Lal? It is Malli and the gang. Actually, the novel starts with this dacoity episode itself. So Malli and his gang has committed this crime, and before this, Juggat Singh was a part of Malli and gang, and now he is no more with Malli and gang. Actually, Malli proposed him to rob the house of Lala Ram Lal, but he says no, I cannot rob because he is my village man. So he is not part of the crime. When the crime was going on, he was spending time with Nuran. Okay. Now he is arrested by the police, and when he is arrested by the police, he does not tell that he was with Nuran. Why? To save her decorum. He cannot bring out her name. So, but he tells the truth because he fears a third-degree torture of the police. So he gives up to the police and he remembers the third-degree torture once he had. Okay, so what he does, he tells that Malli and the gang members have done this crime, and on his confession, they are arrested by the police. Now what happens when everything is clear, like Malli and the gang has done this crime? Meanwhile, what happens? We all know that India and Pakistan are divided, and whoever Muslims stay in Mano Majra and the neighboring village called Chandan Nagar, they are sent to Pakistan. So Malli and gang, they are released, and also Jugga is also released from the jail. When he comes to the village, he comes to know the situation. He learns the situation that all the Muslims are going to Pakistan, and he comes to know that they are going by a train. And in this train, it is also carrying his lover Nuran. And it is Nuran, he really loves her, and because of her love, he is not committing any criminal activities. So such a true love he has for Nuran. So he decides that he will free the train somehow. Whatever best he can do, he will do. He will see that all the refugees safely they go to Pakistan. So he comes to know of this attack. What he does in the night before the attack, he goes to Bhaimeet Singh. So there is a Gurudwara. Gurudwara means it's a temple of Sikhs. He goes there, and he asks Bhaimeet Singh to pray. Holy word is to pray. For holy word, he goes there. After the prayer, what he does, he goes to rescue the train. And one must remember that he is called Badmash number 10. Badmash number 10 means he's a bad boy or he's a criminal, he's a troublemaker. So this Badmash number 10, he really becomes a hero at the end of the novel. Who was a criminal, who was a son of a dacoit. So look at the transformation. And this transformation also comes because of his love to Nooran. So what he does, the people who are attacking on the train, there's a railway bridge, and to that railway bridge they have tied a rope to the railway engine. From the bridge it is tied to the railway engine. So what he does, he climbs on the railway bridge. Now what is done, a rope is tied above the height of the flannel to the engine, of the engine. So to the engine and the bridge, a rope is tied. So what he does, he hacks the rope. It's night time, no people can see him, and what do? They start shooting him. They don't know that it is Jugga. The attackers, they start shooting him, but still he gives his life. He hacks the rope, people shoot him, he dies, but he is able to cut the rope. So at the end of the novel, he is a real hero. So we see Jugga before partition how he was, and after partition, to save people's life, what kind of a beautiful transformation comes in him. He is the real hero of the novel who sends living people to Pakistan. So this is Train to Pakistan. Thank you very much for joining. If you have any doubts, you please leave in the comment box. I'm going to answer it. Thank you very much.